Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm Teresa Crawley at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my very favorite products that we sell here, which is the Winnebago Navion. This is also my favorite floor plan, which is the 24D. We do sell the full range of motorhomes here, from Class B vans all the way up to Prevost buses. We sell Super Cs here as well, so we have something for everyone. But I love this unit for camping in particular and for families, and that's why I like showing these off a little bit. We'll get into the details of why I like it so much, but I'm going to let you just take a quick look around. This unit is only 25.5 feet long. One of the reasons I love it is that you can drive it around and not have to have a towing vehicle behind you. You can actually park this in the same parking spot a long bed truck would fit. So you can take it to the grocery store. You might take up a couple of lanes, but you can do it. I wanted to give you a quick rundown on the specs here. This is powered by a Mercedes diesel turbo engine with 188 horsepower. It has a 24-gallon diesel fuel tank, fresh water of 30, black water 41, gray is 41, and your propane is 12 gallons. This is one of the more simple units, meaning it doesn't have a lot of the more expensive upgrades, which is another reason I wanted to show you this today. You can get the Navion with a full body paint. It's kind of a pricey upgrade, and if you're trying to keep costs down, this one is not going to have that option. Also, this has a propane generator, which is the standard, which is included. So if you were to want the upgraded diesel generator, you can get that too. This one just happens to not have it. All Navions do come with solar panels though. So we've got solar and we've got a generator already included. So let's get started. I'm just going to show you around here real quick. This technically can sleep 6 people. And a lot of times I'm hesitant to say, you know, the amount that's written on the paperwork. But I actually feel like this booth that does turn into a sleeper really can fit your taller people. It can fit 2 full-size adults. A lot of these booths are so short that you really cannot fit an adult in it, and not even a lot of children can fit in them. But I love the way they designed this booth. It is optional to have theater seats here, but you will lose a lot of the amenities that I'm going to show you here. If you're interested in not having sleeping and not having some of the storage and things I'm going to show you, the theater seat option is great. And I can show you and send pictures of that to you if you're interested in that. But this I think is great, probably because I am a mom that has kids that would go with me. So I like the option of having sleeping space for my full-grown boys now. Just real quick, this is what happens here. This table can move around. Makes it a really comfortable place that you can watch the TV, which is directly across from you. We'll get to that in a minute. But a comfy place to sit back, have your morning coffee, watch TV, or just visit. You also can sit here with a lot of people and eat a meal. I think that's just so great. Of course, this piece does go down, and that's what makes the bed. But around this sleeper, all of this is storage space. So a really large amount of storage space, honestly. I can go all the way to my elbow there with space, and it just continues around. I'll lift these up as I go so you can see the full amount. This is totally open. There's no wires or anything obstructing your ability to store here. And then, of course, one more on the end here. So if you take the sleeper cushions out, which are these here, this is what makes the bed. It's actually a lot easier to get into that storage space, but it's not really necessary all the time. We also have a latch here if you do have a car seat that you can hook that child in safely. And we have 2 seat belts on this sleeper sofa. Or excuse me, booth dinette. We also have these footrests here. I've not been given a clear answer on if these are for seating or not, because I don't know that a full-size adult should really sit on that, but definitely a child can sit there. Mainly, I think they were designed though for footrests so that you can again extend your legs while you're watching TV. And those are on both sides here. So to the next sleeping area, we go over the driver cab. And I like that they made this really easy to put away when you're not using it or you don't need it. So if you're driving, you have a really great area above your head. You don't feel claustrophobic or like you're in a cave. But when it's time to sleep, there's a little bit of a lip in here that you just grab with your hand and it flips right down. It's so easy to do. Push that in. And then of course you're going to put your ladder in here. Really easy. This is actually quite wide as well. It's probably the size of a double bed up there. So actually 2 people can sleep up there. And some of the great things that are up there, you have a 110 outlet, you have USB ports. You also have openable windows on either end of this and a reading light. I folded back that privacy drape there, but it does snap into place and makes it quite dark up there. And then of course you can see that there's a curtain pulled back here as well. So really nice privacy curtain. Just a bonus tip, if you do happen to buy one of these, make sure that it's tucked away when you put your slides in and out. It can jam up the mechanism there if you forget. So again, easily stores away. And then we can have that really nice headroom again when we flip that up. So last sleeping area is back here. And it's one of those that you wouldn't know it's a sleeping area until I tell you it is. This is of course a sofa. Again, flip up, lots of storage here. These are your window shades that darken the front cab area, but you can store anything down there. Then when it's time for bed, show you how easy this is. There's a button in the bathroom on the wall here. And this bed comes down so quickly, it's not a hassle at all to get ready for bed. The other thing I love about this is that if you have your blankets and sheets on here, they actually stay intact when you fold it up and put it down, so you don't have to mess with it every time you want to go to bed. It's a pretty quick situation to get ready for bed. We do have a window here that opens, a full darkening shade here, which is the MCD roller. And then we do have storage up here for both people that are going to be sleeping here, as well as reading lights. So when it's time to not sleep, this flips right up. And you may have noticed there's a bit of a walkway there so that other people sleeping in different areas can still get to the bathroom while this bed is down. Around this bed, you'll see these little hooks on the ceiling, and there's a curtain included for privacy for these people that are sleeping. It'll also probably help with sound if you've got a snorer in here. So again, 6 sleeping positions. This sofa also works great for the TV. So we haven't gotten to the TV yet, but it's over here, flat screen TV, and this one has a sound bar included as well. This does come out, so you can angle it more towards whoever's wanting to see it. Behind it, we have a DVD player. We have the ability to hook up to phones, tablets, or if you have park satellite. And also, there's just a little paper towel holder hidden back here, if you're wondering what that is. So we've talked a lot about sleeping, but as far as sitting, I wanted to point out that both of the front seats do turn around. So I did put just one forward for you so that you could get a visual of it. But a lot of people ask me, what are these weird cushions that are in the coach? Well, that is exactly what they are. I'll show you the difference. When I don't have my cushion, I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle because this floor is higher than that floor. So these are really just booster seats for adults. And this makes it just a much more comfortable area to sit and visit. You'll also notice that there are 2 silver plates in here. There's one here and there's one in front of that sofa. This comes with another table that you just stick a pole in that hole, and then you set the tabletop right on top of that. It's super easy, but it just gives you another place to put your drinks or eat dinner if you want to. So we'll move into the kitchen area now. So this is the biggest kitchen setup in any Navion. This is the 24D, and we get tons of counter space here. And that's because the bathroom is in the back, and it just makes a really nice open place, but lots more counter space than the other 2 floor plans have. So over here you'll see we do have a double sink. Stainless steel. And then on the opposite side of these covers we have a bamboo you could use as a cutting board if you choose. The faucet does have a sprayer that detaches too, so you can get it rinsed out real well. And then up here, cabinet space, and they did put a really nice felt kind of pad in here. That's going to help with noise, vibration, with things moving around while you're moving or while the coach is, driving. You don't want things crashing around if you take too sharp of a corner. So this just helps with that. I know a lot of people still end up putting towels in between dishes and things like that too, and that really does help. Down here is just the beneath or the underneath of your sink area. There is a whole house water filter there, so you have really nice clean drinking water no matter where you're parked. And a little storage basket there. But I do like that they didn't finish this off and put a bunch of, boards to make everything look prettier, because really the more room that you have to put things, the better in an RV. And then when you're done with your doors, you can just lock these and then they won't come flying open when you're driving around. Down here we have your convection microwave oven. So you can actually bake in there. And then you'll notice when these drawers open, they all light up. So one there, pretty good size. And then you have 3 more. So 3 of these going down. This one's a little bit shallower because of the cooktop. So I'll show you this next one. But the one after this is identical. And these are soft close too. So real nice. Now, Winnebago decided to give you the option of an induction cooktop or a propane cooktop. You can use them both at the same time, but say you're running low on propane or you just don't want to have to go refill it anytime, you can actually use the electric cooktop here. And another storage bay up here for you. People want to know, what is this glass piece here for? If you're cooking, you're going to have a lot of heat rising, and we don't want to damage these cabinets up here, so that's why they put that nice glass piece there. And of course, we have lights across here. We do have an exhaust fan right here that I actually have running right now. It's very quiet, but it's going to help if any smoke or anything is produced. Another great thing about the Navion, this is the dual pane window option. And you'll see that I have a screen down right now. That's because I have the window open. So these windows open at different stages. You can have it open just a little bit, or you can have it open a lot, and it'll just stop there where you choose to put it. Get some fresh air in here. Then once you lock them in the proper position, they're not going to make noise, and they're not going to be noisy going down the road. But these integrated shades I just think are so smart. They're very quiet, and you can have the full darkening or just a screen, just depending on what time of day it is and how you're using it. So really nice that those are included in there. Over here we have your, of course, refrigerator freezer. This is a compressor driven refrigerator freezer. Good size. And then right above it, you have your slide controller. You have the place that you can check your battery levels, your tank levels, and start your generator right there, as well as turn on your water pump. Over here, this is the controller for your solar panels. It's just telling you how much you've got in your batteries right now, how the charging's going. And then over here, we have what I would consider a pantry. And these pull out really nice and far, so you can get to the things that are stored way in the back. You have 3 of those drawers, and then just a shelf up here that you can do as you wish. Down here, not really much storage, but really good stuff here nonetheless. This is a good storage shelf. And then of course you have your breaker box in here. Oh, I just turned a light off with my back, sorry. There you go. So there's that. And then we have your winterizing behind this panel here that you can do it from the inside as well. So really handy, nice to have. So then we're in the bathroom. I'll show you that you have a really great privacy door here. It does lock itself into place. So to make it go out, you just push this button down and then it goes all the way across when you need to have that closed up. Really nice storage closet here, which I will open for you, and I'll get a camera shot of that in just a moment. Of course, we have your sink. Lots of storage under here, as much as they can give you in this small of a unit, right? When I say lots, you have to take it with a grain of salt. And then a good medicine cabinet up here as well. We also have the Truma AquaGo system in here, which is a tankless water heater. So as much water as you have, it can be hot very quickly. You don't have to worry about taking a 6-gallon shower and waiting for an hour for the next person to take their shower. So really like that they've started including that in here. We do also have an exhaust fan in here. So again, steamy. You can get that out of here quickly. And then I will let my camera guy come in here and give you a good shot of that storage closet. So of course there's a hanging bar in there. There is a couple of extra components that Winnebago has included. There are some hoses and things. And then there's that table that I was telling you about earlier that you can put in front of the sofa or the driver's seats. But a good amount of space, especially if you have anything that you need to hang up. I wanted you to see the shower as well. So I'm not particularly tall, I'm about 5'3", but there is a nice hanging bar here. So if you had a wet swimsuit or something you needed to dry off, but it pops out, and I actually recommend that you do pull it out when you are in transit, because it'll put pressure on the surround here and it can actually break it. But it is good to have it if you need to dry things off. But you'll see that there's a really nice sunroof in here for those taller folks. And of course this sprayer does come out, so you can get to the top of your head and get all rinsed off. You don't have to walk around with shampoo on your head all day. The other funny thing that they do here, which I think is clever, but it actually scares people when they don't know about it, is this is a self-squeegeeing door. So shower door comes out. If you let go of this, it's going to snap back really fast, just like that. So don't be startled. It's supposed to do that to get the water off, to keep it from getting moldy. Sorry that was so loud. So we're going to move into the cab area. You'll see, of course, this is a Mercedes, so it's very high end, very comfortable. We have storage in these 3 nooks and crannies up here, a place to charge your devices, cup holders. I mean, this thing has, I think, 9 cup holders up here. It's just like crazy. But they know that that's what we do nowadays. We have coffee and water and a soda and a tea and everything else. So well equipped with the cup holders. There's even one in the door down here. Basic cab area. You have cruise control. You can set it here on the wheel. You actually have shifters here on the steering wheel itself, so you can downshift and upshift here, answer your phone, and change what you're looking at up here. So if you wanted to go to navigation or trip or whatever, you can actually change that up. We of course have power mirrors, power windows, power locks. We have heated seats and powered seats. So if If you wanted to move your seat back, you just push this button here. It will also tip forward and back. So if you have longer legs, you're going to want to tip it back so you're a little bit higher up off the ground. And then it has memory. So you can have 3 different memory positions there. Over here, of course, headlights, things like that. This is just your basic hazard lights and temperature control. But this is really the main feature of this. We do have a feature called Hey Mercedes. And when you talk to her, it's like an Alexa, but you can say, navigate to grocery stores, and it'll tell you where the grocery stores are. Or change the radio to a different station, and it can do that for you as well. You also have a lot of info on here, so if you needed your operator's manual, it's actually right here on your screen. And let's see what else we have. Oh, you probably want to see the navigation feature. So right now, this is where we're located on I-25 Frontage Road. Of course, you can punch in where you're going or tell it where you're going verbally, and it will be able to do that. So really a smart vehicle. We even have an SOS button up here that you can call Mercedes main line and they will answer. I've done it on accident. Well, I've had a customer do it on accident, I should say. And they said, how can we help you? Are you in an emergency? Things like that. So it was actually really great. They answered immediately and were ready to help us out if we were in a pickle. So I'm going to turn on the engine real quick because I do need to put the slides in. Engine needs to be on and emergency brake needs to be up for that to happen. So we're going to go back. I'm going to put the slide in and then we can check out the outside. I feel that the Navion has one of the best walking spaces when the slide is in of any RV. It really is quite wide, so you can get to that back bathroom or the refrigerator very easily when the slide is in. So you can see this is really a pretty wide space, definitely better than a Class A that has opposing slides. So I really like that feature here. As we're going out the door, I'll just show you a couple things that are right here. One, we do have a retractable screen. A really nice sturdy grab handle. And then we do have a hydraulic leveling system that you can use your Apple or your Bluetooth to make those jacks go down. And these are actual leveling jacks. This is not a stabilizer jack that keeps you from rocking. This will actually lift you if need be. That's going to save you a lot of headache when you get to your campsite versus a travel trailer or fifth wheel that you have to actually put on blocks and make sure it's level. Just some light controls here, but then down here at the bottom, we have awning light. We have your awning on, off, retract, extend, which I'm gonna put this out right now and you can get a good, oh, I have to turn the engine off. I'll go back and do that. This is your battery disconnect for the coach portion, which is the house, we call it. You can turn your step on and off. So if you're going in and out of this door a lot, it won't keep going in and out and wear out the mechanism. And then this is your chassis battery disconnect. Under this step here is where your house batteries are too, just so you know where they're located. If you needed to check something or service them, it's actually inside. So it's very convenient as far as that goes. I'm gonna go and turn the engine off so that I can put the awning out for you again. And this is a self-retracting awning, so it knows if it's too windy, it's going to pull itself back in to keep it safe, keep it from ripping. I always tell people, don't depend on that. Oops, here we go. I mean, don't go for a hike and leave it out, but for the most part, it does a very good job. So there's your awning fully deployed, and there are your LED lights. Really nice in the evening. Right now, you can't really tell much difference, but One of the things I mentioned earlier is this is not a full body paint unit. The full body paint is a very pricey upgrade. The full body paint is nice because if you're keeping it outside a lot, the decals, which are what these are, they will crack, expand, contract, and they'll start to fade over time. For those of you who don't care or are going to keep it stored inside, or you don't want to have that extra expense, you can always have these removed and have something painted on here as well. So that'll save you a ton of money if that's something you're interested in. We like to have options for people. So down here is where we start our storage. So these are like a plastic or rubber, I guess plastic is what I would call this, but it's really nice that you can rinse them out. So they have these little ports in here that you can close and open. If you're rinsing this out, then you can get it drained. So that's kind of nice that they do that. Down here, this is your 3600 propane Cummins own generator. This right here is a quick connect. So if you had a little barbecue grill and wanted to cook out here, it'll draw straight from your propane tank. This is storage that is under that bathroom closet. The bathroom closet's right here. There's actually a panel here that you could lift out if you wanted longer storage. So that is a possibility too. Just another storage bay. And right below that, you might be wondering, that's the exhaust for your generator. In the back section here, we of course have a backup camera, which does display when you put this in reverse on that monitor we were looking at earlier. We have a ladder here in case you need to check for debris on top, make sure that your roof seals are intact, solar panels aren't blocked, things like that. And then we have a 5,000-pound towing hitch here, and we do have a 7-pin connector here too. If you need to tow something, you can have those lights hooked up really easy. Now back here, we have a 30-amp cord. So if you're at a place that you can plug in, that's going to be your power cord. Oh, and over here we have your water bay, which is freshwater inlet, tank fill, exterior shower here, and then your drains as well. And then the drains come out here. We also have a black tank flush, so if you want to just keep it really sanitary, you can flush that out. I think it's a really great idea. This bay does not open because that is a water tank back there. Another storage bay. And then here's that propane tank I was telling you about earlier, as well as the power for your slide mechanism. So one cool thing the Mercedes does, they keep your diesel fill right here so that people can't get into it. You have to have the door open to be able to fill that tank, so nobody can siphon gas or anything like that, mess with it, put water in it. And then coming over to the front, real quick, I'll open this hood. There's not too much to look at, but you do have your DEF fill and your windshield washer fill, things like that. This is actually air intake. A lot of people say, well, why doesn't it have its cover on it? Well, it's not supposed to. So that is just how it's supposed to be. And again, this is the diesel Mercedes turbo engine. This is the same engine that they use for, I'm going to say, Amazon trucks and things like that that are on the Sprinter chassis. So same engine, same chassis. It's just cut and built out to be a motorhome instead. You also might notice there is a little bit of hail damage here. And the only reason I'm pointing that out is because we are doing a hail sale. So if you're interested in this unit, we actually have several units that were damaged by the hail. And we're giving people the option of either having the hood completely replaced or just saving money and taking it as is, knowing that there's going to be another hailstorm in Colorado soon. So sorry, I don't mean to be doomy, but anyway, it's just an option for you, and of course we'll get it fully fixed. If you have more questions on that, I'm more than happy to answer. But that's about it for today. Again, I'm Teresa Crawley with Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Please reach out to me, ask for me by name. I'm more than happy to help you with this or any of our units here. I just happen to like this for going away for a couple weeks at a time. So anyway, hope you have a great rest of your day and happy fall.